Welcome to Autodoc.
Today I'm gonna try to explain you some basic things about wear on the pads, wear on the discs. How you can detect that is not so very difficult for anybody. What's important, how to check that using some basic tools and knowledge. So we're gonna compare that to my rear axle, which is due to replacement. Before we start actually changing the brake pads or brake discs, we should check the suspension and also the wheels, the axles. First of all, we should check if the wheel is spinning freely. There's no problem with that. Another test is to check the hub, the bearing. If we do have a play, that might be indication there's something wrong with the hub, with the bearing or other components, so we're gonna check that later. We should also check the play on the steering wheel for any noises or play, any cracked boot on the ball joints, any play on the rubbers, bushes. That's an indication there's something wrong with the suspension. And before we're gonna actually change the discs and pads, we should sort out the suspension, because that can cause vibration and noises as well. First, I want to show you the front, which was changed like, let's say, 6 months ago. If we are checking the brake discs, we can simply take a screwdriver and see if there's any lip. If there's like a big groove lip, that means there's wear on the disc. As well on the pad, you can see through the wheel, the pad is quite thick, there's no problem. So now we have the rear axle, left side. This doesn't look actually that bad. We don't have anything like grooves, deep grooves, discoloration or chips or flaking or any spots, rusty spots. It's wearing evenly, which is good sign. As I remember, that was the good quality disc as well as the pads. However, time goes by and this pad needs to be changed. But in order to be safe and others on the road, I'm gonna change the disc as well. Here on the right you get, of course, new set for my car. We can clearly see the difference between this pad and that one, as well as the disc. That disc is actually not that bad as I was thinking. We can check that by using like simple straight edge or even a ruler, sticking a filler gauge. 0.35 millimeter on both sides, gonna be 0.7. There's nothing to check on the new one because it's of course straight. There's no edge, no chipping, no grooves, no flaking, nothing. It's painted, it's fresh, it's ready to install. However, the pad needs to be changed because we can see there's like piece missing, which is simply not good thing to have on the pad. The pad is actually worn quite even. We don't want anything like uneven wear, which is simply the pad is wearing like that. Maybe on this one. The pad is wearing like this or like that. That means there's something wrong. There was like too much corrosion on the caliper. Someone didn't actually clean that by brushing it out, or didn't put any grease on it. Too much grease is still not good. Another thing, you can have a problem. I'm going to show you on this example. So here we have the example. It's worth to check the pistons, the carriers, the calipers before we're gonna buy any brakes and discs. You can see small creation of corrosion. If we do gonna get corrosion beyond that point when the piston is working against that seal, if the corrosion is inside, it might just stop the piston from coming out or move uneven, which can create uneven wear on the pad. Like I said before, it's gonna come out like this, pushing the pad unevenly, uneven wear and tear. Stuck piston, stuck pad is gonna be keep on wearing on the disc. Your wheels, your discs, your pads, everything gonna get hot and can cause very big damage. Simply wheel gonna come off and you can cause a big accident on the road. Simply nothing pleasant. If we do getting vibrations on the car, like let's say for the rear it's gonna be something to do with the chassis or suspension components, on the front is more simple to diagnose. When you're braking, the steering wheel usually shakes. You can do simple test without actually buying any parts. What you need to have is only the dial gauge. What you do is just simply stick that, turn the hub a few times, and if you do gonna get results, you can compare them to the instructions in the box with the discs. If the results are bigger than 0.07, it's bad, it's warped, or there's some kind of problem with the hub, like let's say a bearing, so you should check that. So I do recommend checking the calipers, carriers, everything should be nice. We should clean those surfaces in here where actually the pad is moving. If we do gonna get some kind of rust, the pad can stuck again, uneven wear. And another thing is, on the end of the journey, when we have everything sorted, nice pads, nice discs, everything is clean, everything is, let's say, changed, the seal is changed, everything is nice and tight, you should use the torque wrench and apply the same force on each stud. Otherwise, if you're not going to use torque wrench to a specific setting, let's say we doing by hand, here we're gonna apply 80, here we're gonna apply 90, here we're gonna apply 70, and over the time the disc can warp again, causing vibrations, vibration on chassis, uneven wear, uneven tear, short life of the braking system. If we do have everything sorted, like suspension, brake disc, pads, calipers are clean, everything, and we're still getting vibrations while we're driving, it's best idea to check the balance of the wheels. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Please subscribe.